All right, guys, we have got our first Cabriolet in that we have seen here at Longtail, and it's a beautiful one. It's a 1988 3.2 Carrera that it came in for basically an inspection. In fact, he unfortunately damaged his outside mirror. So that's really all it came in for, but the customer wanted us to go ahead and do a service on it and do an inspection. At that time, we found that he hasn't done the valve adjustment recently, and the valves were, or at least the valve train was a little noisy, so we wanted to get that figured out for him. So right now it's basically taken apart for valve cover gaskets. Oh, and the valve cover gaskets were leaking. So we figured while we're in there, do the valve adjustment. Beautiful car, black on black. And this is a gentleman that lives downtown Charleston, so he wants to have something that he can just jump in and drive and not have to worry about anything. So that's what we're trying to do for him. And as far as everything else on this car, it doesn't really need a whole lot. So we're just making sure it's up to spec and making sure the customer has a car that's nice and reliable for him. All right, so we're back on the back end of the car, and wanted to kind of show y'all why valve cover gaskets are so important, because you have your exhaust, which actually also controls the heat of the vehicle right below your valve covers. So as soon as they start to leak, they leak all onto some very hot components of the car. You can also see the rocker arms for the valves, and that's basically how air enters and leaves this engine. This is the exhaust side. The intake side is on the top. And like I said, the car is in really clean shape. Everything else looks really good on it. It just needed to be resealed up. And because we had some noisy valves, we got those nice and tightened as well. It also had an intermittent no start issue. So we are gonna replace the DME relay, which is a common issue with these cars as well. And see if that takes care of that no start issue. We also over here, one other thing that we noticed on our inspection was the O2 sensor, which this one only has one O2. Both of the exhausts come in and they merge right here. And as you can see, this O2 sensor has seen better days. It is pretty mangled. So it looks really wet right now just because we put a lot of penetrating oil on there to make sure it comes out nice and clean. Last thing we want to have to do is cut apart an O2 sensor to get it out of the exhaust. But you can also see where we are making the valve adjustments over here, checking head studs, torque, just making basically while we're in there, making sure everything is good to go before this car goes back to the client. And we are excited because this one's almost finished up. We're pretty much finished with the valve adjustment and just have to replace the parts and get it back on the ground.